As opposed to spending hours poring over numbers in a spreadsheet or financial statement to decipher their meaning, the analysis tools enable you to instantly interact with your financial results and better communicate a business's financial standing. The dynamic visuals are great for presentations or meetings with stakeholders. They allow you to drill down into key metrics, explore business strategies, and take away actionable plans for improving future performance. Suppose you invite a client or team member into Fathom. You can share access to the analysis tools with them so they can easily check in and track the performance of the business. There are several analysis tools available in Fathom. You can change the tool you are viewing by selecting from the options on the left sidebar. The KPI Summary tool allows you to instantly summarize the performance of the business. The tool lists the key performance indicators you have selected to track for the business, including any custom KPIs you've created. You can easily see the result for each KPI, the target, the result compared to the target, and the selected importance level for the KPI. The period selector in the upper right corner allows you to change the period for which results are displayed. Using the smart text at the top of the tool, you can filter to compare the current period's results to a prior period instead of the target. If you've created a benchmark group from multiple companies in your Fathom account, then you can also compare the business's KPI performance to the median for the group, providing an additional level of insight into your companies. At the top of the tool, you'll see if any alerts have been triggered, allowing you to focus your analysis. A red dot next to a KPI indicates an alert has been triggered and that the KPI's performance is particularly concerning. Clicking on a KPI enables you to drill down into its results. You'll see a description of the KPI and a trend chart showing how the KPI has performed across multiple periods compared to the target. If you're viewing a formula KPI, then you can expand the formula to see exactly how the KPI's results were calculated. The KPI Explorer tool helps focus a conversation with clients or stakeholders. You can quickly identify which KPIs are on track or off track. Green circles indicate an on-track KPI, while red crosses show a KPI is off track or not meeting the target. In the middle of the tool, you'll see the percentage of on-track KPIs for the business, allowing you to quickly gauge the health of the business's performance. Highlight only the on-track KPIs to pinpoint successes, or highlight the off-track KPIs to focus on areas of improvement. You can filter to view the KPIs according to perspective, allowing you to easily discuss the results by category, according to result, with the worst performing KPIs on the left through to the best performing KPI on the right, or filter to view the results according to importance, so you can focus on the KPIs that are most critical to the success of the business. You're again able to drill down into the results for any individual KPI by clicking on it. To explore the business's profitability at different revenue levels, hover your cursor over the Profitability tool. The black dot indicates the break-even point, when revenue is equal to total costs or operating profit is 0. The green dot indicates the revenue for the selected period, with the red dot representing the total costs. The margin of safety identifies exactly how much cushion you have before losses are incurred. To explore the main drivers of revenue and costs, drill down into the top 10 accounts. If you'd like to better understand the trend or calculations for gross profit, operating profit, or earnings before interest and tax, simply click on the options at the top of the tool. If you're viewing the analysis tools for a consolidated group or a company with divisions, then you'll also have access to the Breakdown tool. This tool helps you analyze how companies in a group or divisions within a company are performing compared to one another. With the smart text, you can display results for a KPI, profit and loss, balance sheet, or chart of accounts line item. Additionally, you can sort the graph by result or alphabetically. Clicking on a bar in the tool will show the trend of that result for the company or division, and a few key values, such as the rolling average and comparisons to prior periods. Cash flow is often difficult for business owners and stakeholders to understand, and the cash flow tool offers a visual representation of the cash inflows and outflows for the business. The green bars indicate an inflow, while the red bars indicate an outflow. The size of the bar equates to the size of the inflow or outflow. Altogether, the bars form a waterfall of positive and negative impacts on cash to arrive at operating, free, and net cash flow. Visualizing cash flow makes it easier to identify unexpected areas of large cash outflows and to better understand how cash is flowing through a business. To drill down into the operating, free, and net cash flow numbers, simply select from the options at the top. To analyze the growth of a business and how current performance compares to prior periods, we have the Growth tool. The tool enables you to compare two growth metrics, such as earnings before interest and tax and revenue, against one another. You can select which set of metrics to compare with the smart text. The first metric listed is measured along the y-axis, while the second metric is on the x-axis. The period selected with the smart text at the top of the tool is the starting period for the graph. Choose the ending period via the period selector in the top right corner. Results may display across all four quadrants of the graph. Each dot represents a period with the dot size increasing over time. The largest dot represents the most recent period's results. Suppose you launched a new product line, invested in capital, or changed your business strategy. You can select that period as the starting period. The results will then populate to indicate how the business has performed since the change in business strategy. In general, you'll want to see results populating in the upper right quadrant, as this indicates quality growth for the business, though the upper left quadrant represents efficiency gains and may also be considered a good result. The lower quadrants represent periods of stress or decline for the business. With the Trend tool, you can visually analyze how key metrics perform over time. You can add KPI, profit and loss, balance sheet, or chart of accounts line items to the chart. Once added to the chart, you can select the metric to change the chart type to a bar or area chart. You can add the budget or target to the chart along with the rolling average for the metric. Underneath the chart, you'll see the results for the selected metrics in a table. Hovering over the result in the table will highlight it in the chart and vice versa. In the top right, you'll find a list of predefined charts. To change the chart's date range, choose one of the periods listed at the top, grab and drag the chart, or hover over it and scroll in and out with your mouse wheel. For strategizing ways to improve business performance for a key metric, there is the Goal Seek tool. Using the smart text, select a metric and input a goal. Fathom will list the drivers of that metric below based on their sensitivity level. Using the sliders, you can adjust the drivers to meet your goal. As you adjust the drivers, the bar at the top will show how much progress you've made. The sensitivity levels show how small adjustments to high sensitivity drivers can have a greater impact on the business. Once you've come up with an actionable plan for improving performance, download a PDF of the tool to share across a team or with stakeholders. The Compare and Rank tools are only available for entities in a benchmark group. With the Compare tool, you can select a metric and see how a business performs compared to others within the group. You can sort the tool alphabetically, by result, or by other segments created for the benchmark group, such as region or industry. Depending on the level of access granted, you may be able to identify the other companies in the group by name, or the results may be anonymized. The Rank tool enables you to select multiple companies within a benchmark group and see their ranks within the group across multiple metrics. You can sort the results by category, importance, or alphabetically. The Financials tool displays the financial statements for a business. You can view the profit and loss, balance sheet, or cash flow statement with a couple of different layout options for each financial statement. You can also change the level of detail shown in the financial statement and compare the chosen period's financials with the budget or prior period. If you're viewing the Financials tool for a consolidated group or a company with divisions, Clicking on a line item in the statement will display the results across all companies or divisions.